All right, hello everyone. Welcome to the final Swiss round of the Metroid Prime Randomizer tournament. We've got a race between Lenophis and MetroidMst, who are sitting at a 2-3 record, looking to go even. Commentating with me is Logan. How are you doing?
I'm doing alright, ready to watch a interesting race, I'm sure.
Yeah, so we've got some RAs, which include all 12 artifacts are put in, charge beam is shuffled, and only 25 out of the normal 50 missiles are in the game. The rest are replaced with a bunch of extra morph balls, ice spreaders, and waybusters, and also flamethrowers removed, so we won't be seeing that today.
Wow, no validation today. That's unfortunate. Tracking for us today, we have Epi 37 and Op 82.
So they're going to start out by failing the space jump first dash.
It's... Oh,
wait, no.
Neither of them failed it. What is this? What? Are we sure this is the... Oh wow, vanilla space jump.
So we got vanilla space jump. Yeah, so they've been practicing a little bit during the course of this tourney and have improved somewhat. I know MST in particular had some troubles with like I think they both had some troubles with like not quite understanding the Prime versus Echoes differences. Because we've all played a bunch of Echoes Rando.
Multi-world specifically, I'm sure.
Yeah, these two are also kind of more known for Super Metroid randomizers and such.
Which makes it really interesting to see, them running Prime like this, racing.
Yeah, it's been a fun time with these guys.
I've seen many of the races of this tournament involving them, including yours in MSTs, which was another interesting race.
That was a fun one. So with Space Jump, having Space Jump right off the bat is going to make the movement just a lot better.
I think that was a beam up there. Is that ice beam?
Couldn't tell what that was, but it wasn't glowy. We've got a morph ball in the main plaza half pipe, which you can just get to with Space Jump pretty easily.
Well, there's a missile. Or
yeah.
Missile.
So not having missiles at the start.
That was the launcher. That was the...
Yeah, not having them at Alcove means that you have to make a return trip to Talon to check Artifact Temple. We've got one in Vault. So they will need to find bombs for that. But since they have 12 artifacts, I already see one. Yeah, Ruin Nursery. Since they have all 12 of them shuffled,
so yeah,
it's not going to be like...
Oh, it's just a visor. It's X-ray. What's in the tree here?
Power Bomb expansion.
I'm glad you thought that.
So yeah, seeing a lot of artifacts in Shozo doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be a super fast speed, because there's still enough left in the game that there could be in mines. And most of the races in this tourney, generally all races, weeklies and such, use 6 artifacts, because playing with 12 is kind of... it usually ensures that you have to go to basically every region. It doesn't always, but... we'd see longer speeds. We'd see maybe some less critical decision-making endgame to which regions you go to. But I'm interested to see how it plays out with 12, since we don't see that very often.
I feel like they will be regretting their decision to include 12 by the end of it, but...
I don't know. I think MST found an ice spreader at Hive Mecha.
Ice spreader at Hive Mecha, indeed.
So nothing really required in that branch. Oh, he went down that way before getting missiles at all. That's unfortunate, because there could be something at Transport Access North.
Yeah, it's an odd decision to make. Why would you go to Hive Mecha without missiles? I mean, obviously there could be missiles at Hive Mecha, but if you see missiles up on the vault ledge and I don't know.
Yeah, he probably just didn't look properly. I guess that means he missed the ruined gallery item. Oh, there's bombs. That's actually pretty bad for MST.
Whoa.
I sometimes personally have issues where I'll forget to look at the half pipe if I don't start with space jump.
No, artifact.
And then I missed that there's morph baller missiles there. So let's see. So that is, yeah, that's the first artifact grabbed for Leno and the ruined gallery bomb locked pipe.
Apparently no 3, I believe. 3
Yeah.
no.
We know of 3. Leno is okay. Just being careful not to trigger the high mecha fight. With space jump, it's really lenient to just jump over here and avoid the fight trigger, and just a missile behind high mecha. So MST is not going to get punished too much for having gone that direction. Oh, actually, he kind of is going to get punished.
Bombs.
There's bombs. He's going to go back and want to check what this is, anyways. I'm sure.
I mean, it would make sense for either of them. They should have gone through Hive Mecha so they can get back to Vault easily. I think because there's an artifact
through
there.
the morph tunnel.
But Leno just turned around.
I think MST is more likely to go through. Oh, he wants the ruined nursery artifact. That's why.
Oh, yeah, okay.
X-ray was on the grapple ledge in main plaza. Oh, what's interesting about having 12 artifacts in the pool is that we'll actually see the artifacts number 7 to 12 names. So we'll see Artifact of Sun and Newborn and World and stuff show up in the names. Randovania, if you only place 6 artifacts, they will always be the first 6 named ones in the game, which makes it so it's much easier to scan the hints in Artifact Temple if they're always the first 6. That's always the inner ring.
Good to scan all of them now.
Yeah.
Leno's at 19 health.
Yeah, I think he face tanked some scarabs. Oh, he's gonna die to a beetle if he touches one more.
He probably shouldn't do that.
Yeah, so actually with the shuffle charge beam also, I do think it tends to show up early even if you shuffle it because it has logical implications along with super missiles. It has some logical implications for combat difficulty as well. So it's probably going to be relatively early, but not having charge beam means they can't attract health pickups and such when you're in dire situations.
Which, yeah, it can be an issue, but Leno's opting to go back to Talon, and I'm assuming MST will be... Well, I'm honest, MST could opt to go further into Chozo, I guess. That's an option, but going to get your hints isn't a bad idea, plus you have the early checks done here.
Yeah, I'd kind of prefer to save scum this. Do it from maybe the Gathering Hall save. We've got missiles and bombs and space jump, so it's distantly likely that Artifact Temple could just have another missile and not have anything super required for early progression, in which case you could just get your hints and reset back to Chozo, and it would kind of avoid the walk back here that Leno's doing. The energy tank is nice, though. Oh, yeah, they did know that was there in landing site, because you can always pick that item.
Root Cave is a grapple away from being in Logic, so if Leno finds that here in Talon, then he can go there, and that's going to be most likely some progression. Yeah,
so the grapple ledge in main plaza is actually grapple locked in these settings. The L jump for it is intermediate. So the X-ray is behind grapple, but as soon as grapple shows up, they'll both be in Logic for Root Cave. Also in Logic is Frigate Crash Site, actually. With Space Jump, you can be... I think you can be expected to either scan dash off the sap sack or do the underwater slope jump.
I forgot about that. That's Logic for this piece. Oh, that's very...
Okay, can't reset that, so this is going to pay off for Leno not save scumming this. Has to get all of the outer hints scanned in the Artifact Temple as well.
I hope he doesn't miss a hint.
Yeah, it's a bit more possible here. So hopefully they read these early. I think it's much better to read them early. Personally, I'll try to write these down.
Root cave. Furnace. Vault. Quarantine monitor. Oh boy. Watery hall. Gathering hall. Burn dome. Dynamo. Storage cavern. Burn dome. Both 2 in burn dome. Wow. There is not any in mines, actually. Or Pandrina. Huh. That is wow. Speaking of grapple beam, MST just found it at the frigate crash site.
All right, there's root cave and logic.
But we know, but yeah, root caves and logic, but we know that it's an artifact now. MST doesn't right now, but
yeah, MST didn't get the X-ray and the grapple ledge.
Oh, that's interesting.
That L jump I think shouldn't be hard, but it is kind of weirdly tricky.
I guess he can get it now that he's grappled, but I feel like he'll actually no. I feel now he'll probably do root cave even without it. To be honest, that's a him thing. Yeah, you know what? I'm thinking when he gets these hints, he's gonna go to root cave. He's gonna climb the root cave. He's gonna get the artifact, and then he's gonna do that at bounce into the thing because he always does that.
Yeah, he does.
Then he'll go to Magmore. Probably.
I think he was surprised when he found that I don't do that out of bounds.
I've seen it pay off once this tournament. That's when a phase off it was behind it. I'm not sure how much other times it's paid off.
We did have that one like open race where it was bombs. Arbor chamber.
Oh yeah, I remember.
So yeah, Leno is also, yeah, it's pretty likely for them both to go that direction actually, since Varia showed up.
Except
or maybe
Leno.
not. Leno is going back to front of Chozo. Kind of surprised by this.
Maybe he's expecting MST to do that, and then he's making a different play than what he expects MST to do. Because he also knows MST likes to do root cave out of bounds. So.
Oh yeah, if Leno doesn't, then maybe he wants to wait for Plasma before going that direction. But I just think there's so many good things early on that can be there. It starts to get really bad if you leave Chozo, go through Magmore, get to Fendrana, and you don't have Wave Beam or Ice Beam and you missed it somewhere. Because that's a trip that you might have to make twice because of that.
Yeah, it's generally a situation you want to do your best to avoid, but you can't always avoid it because, Wave Beam or Ice Beam could easily be in Fendrana, like in the Fendrana Canyon, or, Wave Beam could even be vanilla, of course.
Yeah, it's just these are what MST is doing right now is, 2 or 3 checks that are very close to each other and also highly implicated by the logic.
Wait a minute.
Things open them.
Leonard didn't even check the bottom of root cave, did he?
No, he just didn't go in this direction. He just went straight back to front of Chozo.
That could be bad.
Oh, wait, we already knew this was an artifact.
Yeah, I knew root cave was an artifact, but
okay.
I was more curious about the item behind this door, whatever it might be.
Yeah, Arbor Chamber is plasma locked, so it tends to be very deep in the logic. And I feel like this doesn't pay off very often. It can, but...
Well, because, Phazon could easily be back here, but, yeah,
so MST is not on a properly standable surface, so he needs to use bombs to kind of get himself unstuck. There's a hole in this ceiling, I believe, that you try to fall through.
There it is, I believe. Maybe. I'm not very familiar with this trick. Oh no! Goodbye,
that's
MST.
really bad.
Oh bye. Wait, it's an E-tank. You can see it. Okay, well, so that wasn't too bad.
Okay, if he saw the item, that's all right, I suppose. He's gonna have to get that artifact again. Leno is pretty much getting the artifact from Vault, going straight into the front of Magmore.
That's interesting.
But yeah, I maybe understand the decision from Leno to leave that, or if he knew it's an artifact. He knows Root Cave is not going to be required immediately.
But even so, I think checking the bottom of Root Cave at least would be a wise decision. Is that charge?
Oh,
That's
yeah,
charge.
that's charge beam.
Yep, that's charge. Well, you know, there it is. Really, really early, you know.
Yeah, Root Canal is also a free check once you get missiles. That's what I like to call Transport Tunnel B.
Oh man, this is before MST got hints.
I mean, well, oh wait, yeah, you're right, and he didn't read them, so he has to get them again.
Oh man, that stinks.
This is why you read your hints right away. This is one reason. I personally have several other reasons I always read them, but
that's the thing over there in Trackoff's good, I think. Actually, I have not. Actually, might have been just the Weight Buster. Excuse me. I remember there's a lot of Weight Buster.
Oh yeah, Chad's making a good point. He lost Various Suit from Artifact Temple anyway, so he has to go back no matter what.
Yeah. Yes, Kaz. Arbor Chamber was an E-Tank. He looked up and saw it, and it was definitely an E-Tank. Oh, I need to go back and grapple too. Man. God, that was a pretty annoying time loss for him.
Yeah, it's still always, there's some risk involved in doing any out of bounds. The one for Arbor Chamber is generally considered not too bad because you don't really have to do any kind of wall crawling between rooms. Like, you don't have to transition the room from out of bounds.
See, I know that's the first time I've seen him fail it, honestly.
Yeah, but you just, there's a lot of general stuff that you have to know for almost every other out of bounds that doesn't apply so much with that one. Because you can transition the room once you're back in bounds. It's really easy to fall into the ceiling.
Yeah, I definitely.
You still got the risks where you can just fall outside the map entirely. So.
Yeah, I mean, I know Prime stuff, but out of bounds is not very well versed in. And Leno takes a dive into some lava.
Yeah, so I assume he's probably going to maybe have a look at Warrior Shrine from here.
Yeah. If he doesn't miss this jump again. Come on, Leno, use those boots. There you go.
Another copy of Morphball.
You know, I really hope one of them doesn't, like, not pick up Boost Ball because they think it's a Morph Ball.
That would be pretty funny. Boost Ball is basically the same model as Morph Ball, except it's a little bit smaller.
From afar, it would be easy to mistake for a Morph Ball. Well, it's a super. Super missiles. Ah.
Yeah, with no flamethrower in the pool today, it's at least pretty easy to identify the super missile. There's no mistaking the yellow for the red. Actually, I think it's pretty easy to confuse the two when you're in Magmore, because the area that you're in seems to kind of contribute to the shading of the item. Makes it a little more red.
So, Leno is committing to Fendrana. This could easily come back to bite him. But, no, maybe he'll...
I mean, what has he not done? He hasn't done Fiery Shores.
Neither of them have done all of Chozo. Have done the rest of Chozo. Neither of them have touched that area.
I just have a feeling that from here, MST goes the Talon Magmore elevator, sees Fiery Shores, and more or less does the same things as Leno. They're probably both going to leave the remaining things in Chozo, which, yeah, it is kind of weird because they haven't done Watery Hall. Or gathering hall or
MST is turning around. Is he? Is he? Nope. He's turning around. Okay.
Yeah, this is okay, I think, because he can do the rest of Chozo and then go through the front via Lava Lake like Leno did.
Yeah, Leno decided not to do Chozo, and MST will have that leg up potentially. Nothing here. Nice roads. I'm not sure which one this is.
Did you see the ice locked item there?
Ice locked item is an ice spreader, and that rail was an epic.
Okay, that's Ice Ruins East.
East, okay. And then the one that with the wave door that leads to labs is west.
Yeah.
And there's only an east and a west, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I can't really see what's up in the lighthouse up there. But... There, a spider ball away from being able to access that. Whatever it is, even if you want to.
Yeah, so there's not much for Leno left that he can do in front of Vendrana. He needs a progression item to be here to not fall behind.
MST is finally picking up his X-ray. Nah, neither of them went back here. Wait, no, did Leno go back here a few months? I can't remember.
To Ruin
Ooh,
Shrine? I'm not even sure about that.
Is that ice?
I think he did. I'm pretty sure he did.
Ruin
Shrine.
Plasma in Vendrana Canyon.
Huh. Plasma's earlier than I expected it to be.
Yeah,
that could have given the Arbor Chamber check some worth. But I think this is probably what Leno wanted to see, because now he feels vindicated in his decision to not head in the direction of Root Cave just yet.
But that does not get him into labs.
Did we see a spider ball somewhere?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I've been close to that.
Well, he just has plasma, so like he can't go to labs.
Hey, yeah, I mean, plasma is great and all, honestly.
But Leno can get both of the checks in the direction of Chapel of the Elders.
What is he doing?
Or at least he can see both of them. One of them
is that a slope jump you can do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can slope jump to that. I usually prefer to try and jump off of the Shigoths.
Leno must not know about the other one because what Leno? Because like you don't even need to shoot this down, you know. You can slope jump up that wall right there.
Oh
right
yeah, that's true too.
I guess he just doesn't know.
I didn't know how to climb this room properly until like pretty recently when I watched people do it in tournament. So, like, yeah,
I personally just prefer the slope jump up. Another ice raider. I personally just prefer the slope jump up the wall right there because I don't know. Standing on enemies is a bit wonky.
Okay, so MST is reading his hints finally. He's going to find out that basically all the artifacts are in Chozo, except for Quarantine Monitor, which is also not that hard to get to.
Okay, so striving ducks is so they can get Spider now too. I have not seen Spider, but I could have just missed it. Oh,
it was in Shorelines.
Oh,
okay.
Gosh. Okay. Wow, I must have looked away when I checked that. Good catch.
Not sure what is in the lighthouse. It didn't look like a missile, but they have a lot fewer missiles in the pool anyways, so it could be just another ice spreader or something.
I'm sure, like, yeah, I think it's unimportant since Leno's not getting it.
Yeah.
Artifact.
Oh, so the one dynamo artifact we had was not the spider locked check.
I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. Honestly.
It's lucky for MST right now, but it depends if he decides to double back here.
It depends on what's up there. Yeah. Ice and waves still unaccounted for. Moment. That plasma is an interesting time.
Yeah. Okay. So Leno doing the cutscene overlap for Chozoi's Temple here with no
Oh,
cutscenes.
there's the boost.
That looks like a morph ball to... Oh, okay.
So that was in a place that they wouldn't mistake it for a morph ball. It's like, you know, it's all up in your face.
I still thought it was morph ball.
Nah, come on, Astor.
I mean, I don't have 17 morph balls in my seeds normally. So... I've never seen a morph ball there. I wouldn't have a frame of reference to compare it to. So Leno's got to be careful with Chapel of the Elders. If he goes in, he'll get shot inside with that wave.
I didn't see what was there. It might have been an ice spreader.
It was probably an ice spreader.
But yeah, I guess having morph ball there would be kind of problematic, huh?
Well, I mean, because you can't go up close to see it.
And, you know, if morph ball is in there, you obviously can't get it. Cause, you know.
Yeah, you'd have the wave door shut on you on the other side. But yeah, so boost is totally in logic. You're supposed to get plasma to get it. I'm trying to think what boost actually opens for them right now. I can't really think of anything that isn't locked by a beam that they don't have.
It opens Crossway in back at Chozo.
I think Crossways in logic by doing the
boost.
jumps. I'm not sure.
I was considering, but if I had to say what it would open right now, I mean, Crossway is the only thing that comes to mind if it's not already in logic, you know?
Oh, you do need wave race for Crossway.
Yeah. Yeah, probably, you know, getting into Crossway would be nice in order to get the check, but...
I sometimes forget because that wave door that you hit on the way to Crossway going forward is actually a blue door on the other side.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
So MST is making the Flagra play. Leno is climbing with X-Ray and Grapple and Plasma. He's got both of these checks here in Logic. He's just going to find out that Arbor Chamber's an E-Tank. But he's going to feel good about the efficiency in how he routed this, I think. And I think we're finally going to see what's in Fiery Shores from Leno.
Considering Leno also has Spider Ball, he can go to Workstation. No, he can't. He doesn't have Wave Beam. Never mind. Workstation requires Wave Beam.
But he's still not going to... Somebody please go to Fiery Shores.
Like, come on. There's a check there.
Okay, so MST's Flagra. Hoping he is familiar with the strategy to jump directly to the morph ball slots and skip.
I'm pretty sure he knows how to do it. Everyone knows that eventually.
Yeah, but I mean, like, who fights Flagra anymore? It's randomized. You don't have to fight it to get Very anymore. You just hope that there's nothing here and you skip it.
Honestly, in this seed, I think there is something likely to be on Flagra considering all the artifact locations and what we currently know about Magmore and Drina. But
yeah, you know what? That's a good point.
To be fair, no one's gone to Fiery Shores. So.
Oh, you know, with Spider Ball available, that actually implicates Flagra a bit more. Not that MST knows that. But now Spiders and Supers are available. Spiders is pretty deep, because you need Plasma for it.
Unfortunately, MST will not be able to get the Spider check.
Oh, I actually completely forgot about the Power Bomb expansion in the tree now being available. So it's not logical, but it will at least let them use Power Bombs and maybe Sequence Break something.
That is a Wave Buster. That one check.
Mainly thinking like Upper Fiery Shores, which Leno is not really close to. Oh, you know what? Maybe that's why he came here, because he knew this. He knew this Power Bomb was here. He might have wanted to have this Power Bomb available before going back to Magmore.
Shore Tunnel is, you know, very important.
Yeah, nobody's looked at that either, I don't think.
Yeah, because, you know, they never went to fiery shores. So
So I could see main power bombs being on Flagra to have logical access to power bombs, maybe, and one of those two checks being the answer. So MST was having a bit of trouble staying on the side of that long enough to get the bomb to go off.
But think about the logic. Plasma was locking. Plasma was locking Boost Bow, but Plasma was in logic because they had space jump.
Yeah. Yeah, Plasma and Spider are totally in logic. They're just physically deep. Just an E-Tank and Magma Pool when I was going to grab it. Doesn't have Weight Beam, so he can't do the 2 training chamber checks here.
Big Plant is plucked.
I always forget you can actually see what the item model is just behind the base of the plant. But I always forget it because I'm used to like fighting Flogger and Vanilla, and the various there is not very conspicuous.
Oh boy, another ice spreader. His favorite. But he won't be able to get the other checks, but
I've forgotten where supers are.
Supers were in the tunnel leading to Drana, the morph tunnel.
Oh, that's right. Okay. So yeah, he doesn't know that they're available, and he also doesn't have Spider Ball to get back up easily.
No.
And early wilds is not a thing in his repertoire, I don't think. It's pretty tough and time... Like, it's not hard, but it's time-consuming to go for. If you're not familiar with it, it can be awkward to bomb jump back up the wall.
We will also be getting the other Dynamo check off of Leno here, because he has Spider Ball.
Yeah, so MST really needs something to be at...
Fiery Shores.
He can't get... Yeah, Fiery Shores is it for MST. He's not going to get the power bomb because he didn't have supers for the tree. So Fiery Shores is his only out from being behind here.
Another morph ball at the top of Dynamo.
But yeah, Leno's pretty much got all the power right now. Something must be on Ghosts. Or Fiery Shores, of course. But I think we're down to either that or Ghost.
They haven't been to Furnace.
Oh.
There is one artifact in Furnace, but I'm not sure which check it is, obviously. It could be the ceiling one, which means the regular one is an item.
Okay. So there's one item in Furnace. We know that Burn Dome is just 2 artifacts.
Yes, Burn Dome is. Yeah.
Oh, Triclops, but it was a morph ball.
Oh, yeah. I don't think I was able to see what that was earlier. I mean, I thought it was something, obviously, but... Okay, we're gonna get the Burn Dome from Leno. Oh, wait, didn't need it. Oh, right, it's just an artifact. Okay.
It's kind of no wonder they didn't choose to go back here earlier, because it's just a bunch of artifacts, mostly. Watery Hall was, like, the big thing.
Yeah, there are a lot of artifacts back here, but, you know, the progression could be hiding in all the artifacts.
The Dynamo artifact was lower, but upper Dynamo was just a morph ball. So yeah, they have R8, 12 artifacts, and 17 morph balls. And some extra ice spreaders.
And weight busters. And no flamethrower. They were like, they don't need any validation, apparently. God. Leno already has 8 artifacts?
I mean, they're all in Chozo, except one.
It's crazy to see 8 on the tracker, because, you know, 9. Of course, Incinerator Drone's gonna be 10.
I'm glad the tracker is able to handle it, at least.
Yeah, not exploding or anything, because too many artifacts. Yes, it will be 10 after Zoid, indeed.
So MST is trying to get this slope jump to do the climb up to Warrior Shrine.
He needs to aim a bit more to the... Yep, there you go.
Yeah, this is a really, really old climb. I also do it because this is the one I learned like 15 years ago.
That's what I'm most comfortable with. I don't do the combat dash. Yeah.
He walked off instead of jumping. That
does he know this
sucks.
climb, though? Oh boy.
This run gets dangerous really fast if you have the turrets still up.
Run away! Okay, fine. I didn't see whatever that was. That was too fast. Zoid Tunnel was another artifact. There were just 2 artifacts here. So, Fiery Shores. We're finally seeing it.
35-minute Fiery Shores check.
There's Wave. Go figure.
Yeah. This is available pretty early, and there's a lot of good ways to route it in, so I like checking this.
Leno was gonna be regretting not coming here. That's gonna bite him.
Yeah, this is like the one thing that he missed, basically. He will actually... I mean, so maybe Leno's thinking was kind of hyper efficiency, in that he knew where the power bomb was. He knew he would have supers to go back and get it. Wait, no, he didn't know he would have supers until he got them for Tunnel A. But like, Leno will technically be more efficient in this area because he'll be able to power bomb Warrior Shrine to get the upper Fiery Shores item and then check the lower one at the same time.
Unless we find main PVs, that probably won't be anything. I
missed what was in Furnace. I wasn't paying attention.
I was watching USD's side. Oh, he didn't check it yet. There's the artifact.
He went from the back first, I think.
Okay.
But it's a little bit faster to check the back first and then fall down the blocks to the front. But I'm guessing it was nothing because we have a wave beam that showed up, and that's
the
big thing that we
artifact
missed.
in front of my mistake. One.
Yeah, Quarantine Monitor is the last one.
Oh boy.
I'm a little bit surprised that it wasn't Ghosts. That was the answer.
I mean, Ghosts could still be the answer. I think could be there. Or Phazon Suit.
Yeah, but Wave Beam opens so much that I don't think it's likely.
It does, but But, Spider Ball wasn't exactly locking Wave Beam,
So, I remember I said Fiery Shores was MST's out. He pretty much got it.
Yeah.
He'll be able to do Front and Fundrana into labs, which Leno is going to have to backtrack here to do. He'll get his Plasma from Fen Canyon. He'll get Boost from Chozo Ice Temple.
Well, Leno has cleaned up his artifacts, so he wanted to go back for those.
There's that. But I don't think MST will really lose time going back for his Chozo artifacts late game.
I mean, just think, if it's okay, so MST gets Plasma here, obviously. Then say he finds Ice Beam, and again, this is the best case scenario. Like you said, he finds Ice Beam and Phazon Suit, in labs. I'm assuming that's where Leno's going right now.
Yeah, so it'll pretty much make up the gap between them if MST hits Go mode really soon. He'll be ahead by probably around the amount of time it'll take to go back to Chozo and get the artifacts and stuff. It'll be close if that's what happens. I mean, at the most, they'd be less than 10 minutes apart, so it wouldn't be very significant.
When I was making the Ghost, actually, he hasn't fought Flogger yet, has he?
No. Okay, so Leno is doing Flogger from behind.
The ideal way to do Flogger.
And yeah, in the randomizer, I don't think you can do this in vanilla because I don't think the room layers allow you to do this. But when you come to fight Flogger from behind here in randomizer, you can bomb all the slots while the plant's asleep, and you can just get them all done super fast, and then Flogger will instantly die once you go to the front door to trigger the awakening cutscene.
And if you have Power Bomb, you can do multiple at a time, or even all 4. I'm not sure if that's possible.
I think you need at least 2. So like to backdoor this in vanilla, you would have to heat run through Magmore, get Spider Ball, get supers if you don't want to do the really stupid runic gate skip, and then climb up Sun Tower that way. And I think if you do that, you get the ghosts to spawn instead, and you have to fight the ghosts, and they will spawn the artifact of wild in the air without Flogger's plant structure being there, which makes it kind of annoying to get. But the randomizer makes you do Flogger and ghosts in the correct order.
So yeah, that is confirmed. There is nothing at Chapel of Elders because MST is turned around.
Yeah, so big thing is if Ice or Phazon is on Ghosts.
MST did not get Plasma before coming here.
Oh, that is... Okay, that's a bit unfortunate.
I'm thinking he comes back for it, though. Like, when he finds Plasma. I don't think he abandons that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's... I don't know if he feels behind. If you feel behind, you might just want to, like...
Honestly,
it's nothing.
Finding the wave beam where it is, he might feel behind.
Yeah, I would feel behind if I took his route. I wouldn't be thinking Leno had it already for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Leno gonna trigger the Flogger Awakening, but Flogger's already got all 4 bomb slots done, so it's dead now.
Even if MST is going towards the last artifact, they still need Phazon Suit, which, of course, can be literally anywhere. Except PMT.
Yeah, so I think one of the things that influenced MST to go to Chapel first is that he already has Wave Beam. Ice Ruins West is not a dead end for him. So he knows that when he goes to Ice Ruins West and Fen Canyon, he's planning to continue on from there. So he wants to get it done after Chapel. Whereas Leno knows that he's probably going to get here, hit a dead end, and have to backtrack because he didn't have Wave.
MST saw the Spider Ball, though, so he'd have to go back for it.
Well, he doesn't know Plasma is going to be here.
Oh, yeah.
MST is thinking, I've got Wave Beam, so I have to do all these checks in order so that when I get to Ice Ruins West, I'm ready to go to labs. Leno didn't have Wave, so that wasn't an option. So Leno could do this in whatever order he wanted, basically. Now MST is going to have to go back to get his Spider Ball. But this is the first time that he's knowing about that.
Of course, that may also lead into the Boost Ball.
Oh, yeah, Boost was the thing that was in Chozo Ice Temple.
Yeah, and Spider Ball was at Shorelines.
Yeah. So Spider Ball puts the Ruined Courtyard climb in logic. Either Spider or Boost. So if he doesn't get that Boost Ball, there won't really be any logical implication yet telling him that he missed it.
That would be an unfortunate thing to miss, though. Especially if his opponent picked it up.
Yeah, so I don't think it's super likely for Ghosts to be something, but we'll see.
Ghosts. More. Oh, look at that. MST has a spider. Does he go back to Ice Temple? No, he does not. Okay.
This is kind of
Actually,
he's going.
Okay, he is.
This is kind of like sort of the intended way of crossing the platforms there, I think. Going up from the ledge there and jumping to that far one. That's what I defaulted to for a long time before I realized you can go to like the far corner. And
yeah, there's like a platform like in the water. They're sticking up from the water on the wall where the ice temple is.
We think Lighthouse is probably an ice spreader.
It's definitely not important, whatever it is, because neither of them have gotten it. But they both have access to it at the moment. Alright, Leno's going back through Magmore. He'll be picking up his wave beam soon enough.
Yeah, he will also be able to get the Warrior Shrine, or the Upper Fiery Shores check, rather.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
He's actually getting bitten by the runner's agreement.
That did not just happen.
I honestly, I think I would have done the same thing. That looks like a morph ball to me. It's like you never see a morph ball there normally because it's not supposed to be able to be there. So there's like no frame of references for this ice.
I mean, Leno knew, or at least tried to get it. I mean, either one.
Yeah, it's like if you're not sure, then it's safer to get it. But like when you're morphed in there, I just feel like you have much less of a frame of reference. If you're standing, then I feel like you can tell more easily what size.
I don't know, like when you're that close to it, it's a noticeable size difference. Like he's been picking up morph balls, like he'd have to notice.
Yeah, I know, but like there's sometimes when I'm morphed and there's like an item in a tunnel that's like you have to bomb jump to reach it, or it's just like you have to wiggle around the right way and it's just a pain. There's sometimes missiles that I don't pick up because of that.
Yeah, but that well, he can only hope that doesn't come back to bite him.
Yeah, there's no artifacts that boost his locking, at least.
So hopefully Phazon 2 is not locked behind it.
Boost saves a lot of time on the Ridley fight, though.
Yeah.
So hopefully, I think for the sake of like a race to watch, hopefully Boost isn't locking anything we need. Because honestly, the fact that he missed it is very funny.
Apparently, that was a double ball in the Warrior Shrine and Short Tunnel.
I totally understand why he missed it too. Like, wow.
I mean, yeah, it's a ball, but
I would say maybe this is something you have to be careful about if you're playing multi-world, but it's hard to imagine that like somebody else's morph ball is going to be locked in your Chozo Ice Temple for that to like that kind of thing to come up. I guess if you're playing multi-world, you just pick it up.
Yeah, multi-world usually isn't a race. Anyway, Leno is going to be going to workstation. We're seeing that.
I thought today was his day off.
Yeah. I would say we'd get a plasma processing check, but he doesn't have ice beam.
Yeah, it would be nice.
Just to see what's in there.
There's a lot more checks in labs, though, than the stuff that's in this direction. But Leno is going to get the quarantine monitor artifact more quickly, presumably.
And, you know, I think he fights Stardust, because he has plasma, and, yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, with no ice. Oh,
there's ice in labs. So, Stardust does not have ice.
So, I mean, see, so Leno pretty much has to go through Thardus. You can do the Thardas dash like off of his body to skip the fight trigger, but I don't really know how to do it. I imagine he probably doesn't know how to do it.
I mean, if I'm in Leno's shoes right now, I fight Thardas because, like, for all I know, he could have Ice Beam or he could have Phase on Zoo. Like, it's possible, you know, it can happen.
Yeah, there's two things outstanding, and also he's kind of like in a kind of a bad spot in the map. Yeah. To note, they don't have thermal, and thermal is logically required for that. But from Leno's point of view, thermal could just be in labs.
Not true. I guess he's saving before going to Thardas.
I guess, yeah, it makes sense. You forgot.
Yeah, because he has a 1E tank.
Oh, yeah, that would be a good reason to.
Might want a little more help for Thardas. But yeah, E tanks have been kind of sparse this heat.
This is also kind of a case where, like, he can do Q. Oh, wait, no, he's going to want to save the artifact from Quarantine Monitor regardless. So he's probably not going to want to reset out of anything he chooses to do here.
Yeah, because you just, like, you do Quarantine Monitor, fight Thardas, and segue into labs.
Yeah. Can't access Far Fendrana at all without Ice Beam, so he's going to get railroaded into this direction really soon, one way or another. Plasma, like, really barely lets you do anything without Ice Beam.
Yeah, Plasma is really good for without Ice Beam is the Plasma checks in Fendrana, and, you know, potentially the Plasma check in Elder Chamber, Hall of Elders.
Yeah. So as far as we know from full knowledge from both players, we're just looking for Phazon suit yet again.
Go figure.
But Leno's also still looking for ice. MST is looking for boost, maybe? Kind of soft looking for it. He doesn't really need it. Unless Phazon is boost locked. That's the scariest thing for him right now.
Yeah, because he's not going to go back for that boost ball. Ever. Because he's written it off as a morph ball.
But with warp to start enabled, like we have in this tournament, lower mines is like not really a trap without boost.
Another E tank for MST.
So it's only like if it's really hard boost locked that he's in trouble, and there aren't too many things like that in the game. Like basically Life Grove area is the biggest thing I can think of.
The progression's never there, right?
Yeah, there's nothing ever there. It can have artifacts. I have not once seen required progression in Life Grove in this tournament that wasn't, artifact hinted.
So, Hervos, Boost and Morph, they're the same model, yes, but Boost Ball is smaller. I guess it's not that much smaller, but I don't know. I feel like there's a difference.
Yeah, but like you are never supposed to see Morph Ball in shows at Ice Temple, so you have nothing to compare it to. It's not supposed to be a thing you're accustomed to seeing.
If you're never supposed to be Morph Ball in shows of Ice Temple, then clearly it's not Morph Ball, it's Boost Ball, right?
Maybe. I for the majority of the last Echoes tournament, I had a lot of trouble telling apart Boost and Spider.
Now that's a whole different issue because the model is literally like Spider. Literally, all it has is the round things on the side, and just Boost doesn't. It's literally you easily mistake that. But
okay, so does MST fight Thardas? He's only missing like one thing he really needs, and that's Phazon.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd orphan artist. I'm missing one item.
It's just like he's got to feel behind. I think they should both feel behind, but Leno actually doesn't have Ice Beam, and like he wants to go in this direction to do labs, so it makes much more sense for him. MST not doing Farfandrana, so that kind of tells me he's planning on just jumping into the mines from the
Even
back.
though he doesn't have logical power bombs.
Oh, you're right. He doesn't have any at all.
Oh.
Oh, I think he's going to check plasma processing.
Yeah, he doesn't have any power bombs. He can't even get into mines. That's true.
Not from this direction. Okay, so that's interesting. No gravity to logically get through Frigate. I'm not sure if he would feel comfortable going through the front, like doing bar skip. I know some people don't like to do it without boost ball, because boost ball gives you a better chance of squeezing through the gap.
Yeah, stream's getting some lag. I definitely see that.
Yeah, hopefully that clears up. There's not too much we can do about it. Oh, wait, he doesn't have boost ball.
Oh, boost! No boost!
It's kind of important for plasma processing.
Oh, man. That's really hurting.
You can do this without boost, but it's one of the hardest things to do in 22%.
Maybe now he goes back to the back of Andrana. That seems like a good play for him now. Considering he no boost, no power bombs, you know.
Yeah,
what do you do
this is like an unfortunate oversight. I didn't catch it either. I was thinking plasma processing was available. I've literally made that same mistake myself trying to start doing it without boost. He can't go this way.
You don't have power bombs.
Yeah.
Where are you going? Just go back to the back of Andrana. You know? That's a safe play.
Yeah, this sucks to be in this situation, because you just realize that you just made like several mental errors in a row, and there's no way to come back from them. You have to turn around and just go back the way you were going. So I imagine he does Farfandrana here.
And you know, obviously.
It could work out for him. Like if Phase on suit is in Farfandrana, he's just in go mode.
Yeah, you just go eat your last artifacts, but if it's not, that could be an issue.
Leno's about to get his... Sorry. Leno's about to get his Ice Beam from Hydra.
Oh, yeah, he is, isn't he? Yeah, there it is. You know what? Leno can make a check of Andrana's edge that MST can't make, because MST does not have any power bombs.
That's true. There's still 3 unknown powerbomb expansions, and of course the mains. The mains could be in this direction too, I think.
Yeah, the mains are kind of late this seed.
Yeah, I don't think the mains are like required for any of the artifacts. So theoretically, they could be locking themselves, which would tell you that you're not expected to find power bombs at all to beat the seed.
So what's down under the ice?
It's probably the beam combo. Like, beam combos are the absolute hardest thing for me to tell what they are when they're under the ice and frost cave.
And I'm assuming that's when MST saw, and he's not caring for whatever's under the ice. Or maybe he does? Okay. He is trying to get it.
I think maybe, if you're really not sure, maybe instead of jumping down, you just go and do the stalactite anyways.
Oh, hey. There's a power bomb.
Okay, I was thinking it would be likely at least like one of the expansions would be in this direction.
He's got to do a slow jump to get out of here, though.
Yeah, it's a little awkward to get out of here without gravity.
Yeah, I'm really not sure how to do it. do it.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I just try things until it works. It's kind of claustrophobic under the ice here.
So, like, even if you fall down here, you're not even. You'd imagine you'd just be screwed without gravity if you fall down, but you can still get back up somehow.
I didn't see. I think Leno might have tried the observatory dash and didn't get it, and just decided to do the room normally.
Good thing he has boost ball, huh?
Yeah, about that. So wait, MST did the dash then?
Yeah, MSD had to do the dash.
Okay. I think that's a dash that he would have had issues with a few weeks ago.
Good thing he practiced. Okay, so MST's crossing the room again, but he's just gonna continue on this time. Probably. Yeah. Okay.
And we see the sad upper edge tunnel without boost to go through it.
No one likes seeing this. Anyway, we'll be able to see what this is from MST now that he has a power bomb. Though using your one and only power bomb over here is the thing, because I'm not sure where else you can get them around. Where you can get them around here.
So hopefully he doesn't get screwed around by the grapple points here too much.
Yeah, blocking on can be pretty dangerous. That's a missile. Not important. Oh, he doesn't have to waste a power bomb. Smart.
No, you can shoot through the power bomb wall with a charged plasma shot. I don't think a regular one works.
Yeah, I remember that now. Hey, more power bombs.
Hey, vanilla power bomb expansion.
So still not mains though.
Yeah, we found 3 out of the 4 expansions, but no mains to put them in logic.
Time for gravity chamber though.
Yeah, so hopefully he knows how to get out of it if he ends up down there. Because I know some people have had some troubles with that in this tourney.
Having a phazon suit down there with no gravity right here would be pretty catastrophic.
Oh, Leno triggered the control tower fight.
Oh, Leno.
That's unfortunate.
Less than ideal.
And I think that means also well, he's not going to have to go back through here, so he should be okay.
Yeah.
He's got ice, so he can leave through research core. So he doesn't have to like cross this room on the second layer. That's a thermal visor in upper gravity chamber.
That's interesting.
Plasma and grapple to just put this into logic. So
yeah. So
curious
what
what's in
is
lower
down there, MST? You see it? We certainly can. Is that
E-Tank maybe?
I think that looked like an ice spreader. Yeah. Not important. So nothing really in the back of Angrana except for a few convenient power bomb expansions and a thermal. This definitely leaves MST right in the mines. That's for sure.
Yeah, so at least he has power bombs to work with at this point. Leno's decision here is, I think, so like with Leno going through research core, he's just going to get dropped off right in Frozen Pike. And I kind of feel like that might just make his decision for him. Like he might just also do Farfendrana because it's right in front of him. I think we now know there's nothing here, so he would save a lot of time if he just turned around and went to mines. He can also check plasma processing.
So, considering what we know, either main PB's gravity or, phazon suit has to be at least somewhere like in the Elder Chamber area.
Oh, I guess you're right. Yeah,
because either expects you to beat the seed now without going to mines, or it gives you like what you need to access mines, so you can, I'm guessing, go get phase on suit, which is in mines because of course it is.
Yeah. So I keep insisting Life Grove never has anything, but it would be. I have seen Life Grove Tunnel have progression, and that is also it's extremely bad to get out of with a boost ball. So it would basically just kill this race for MST, if that was required.
Yeah, boost ball does exist, but not in his inventory.
Yeah. I feel like with the way the Morph Ball RA situation is, I think if he ends up dead ending and needing boost, I don't think he's ever going to find it.
I mean, I imagine if he'll just, when he gets the mines, he'll just go all the way through. Like he'll most definitely solve lock himself in lower mines if he thinks he's gonna get phase on suit down there. Which,
yeah, I mean, it's not a self lock with warp to start, and they've got plasma and X-ray anyways. So
yeah, so they can kill OP and then get out that way, or MST can, because I mean, obviously Leno has boost ball, so he wouldn't have to. Well, Leno still does it anyway if they don't find phase on suit before that.
Yeah. Well, I know how much you don't like the Omega Pirate play.
Ooh, okay. At this point, it's fine because he's already cleared the back of Vendrana.
Oh, I don't know. I think Farfendrana sucks. I don't want to do Farfendrana.
But I mean, I know, but like it still checks, and like I've seen, like we've all seen it have, you know, phase on suit was in gravity chamber once.
Yeah, I know. I've also seen it have nothing. It's just,
or you know, vanilla gravity.
like when you get down to one item required left, it's often a crapshoot. So
yeah,
kind of do whatever you think is best.
There's truly, you're right. There's no wrong choices when it's just a phase on, because like you know, it could be anywhere. Back of Vendrana, lower mines. MST is making the not back of Chozo play.
Leno climbing Vendrana's edge in the grapple-less method and then accidentally locking onto the target.
Oops. Steve's gone back to the front of Chozo. Assuming he's going to do like tower chamber, magma pool, all that stuff. Training chamber.
Oh yeah, did Leno ever get around to doing tower chamber?
No.
No, because Leno got wave beam later. That's
Leno,
right.
neither of them have been back to Chozo with wave beam.
Oh, they got wave beam so late, so much later than they could have. I might feel in this case that tower chamber is like, well, the other player probably did it, so I don't want to. If it's there, that I probably lost.
I mean, I will admit, I'd probably take the quantity of the Hall of Elders area over the very few checks of the tower chamber, whatever it's called. You know.
Yeah, tower chamber is literally just one check here, since we require counting of missile expansions to put Tower of Light into logic, and Randomania doesn't support that yet.
Randomania hasn't learned to count yet. That's working on it.
I'm really surprised MST fell into the fight trigger here. Is
that a plated beetle? Wait, what?
Yeah, so he has the beetle fight and like the posts. I think this room layer is probably like, is it post Zoid maybe? I don't know.
I think it's post flag.
The one where just the plated beetle just shows up by default.
I think it's post flagra.
Oh, you might be right. Speaking of post flagra, imagine if this water was acid if flagra wasn't there.
Oh boy. I mean,
silly.
That would be a tough walk, but I mean, as long as you have E-Tank, it won't be too bad. Because at least that slope jump's easy.
I'm actually kind of surprised this is always real water.
That's because the game, you know, always expects you to have killed flagra, so by the time you're here, so it's just they just put normal water here. So obviously in vanilla, you don't have wave beam before you kill Flagra. Typically.
Okay, so Leno's floundering around in lower gravity chamber.
Oh boy. Yeah, fell down, huh? Oh, it was a morph ball down there.
Did he fall down or did he like go in from the lower end?
He fell down. He is
Okay.
in the gravity chamber.
So there's like a succession of like 4 slope jumps or something like that to
I
get
thought
out.
that was a rock. Like just a rock you slope jump off of somewhere that I saw someone do. Oh, well, you got it. Good job. Alright, time to get magma pool and training chamber checks. See if anything good's back here. Oh, there's gravity.
Okay, thermal gravity is showing up. Frigate is in logic now.
Time. It is frigate time. But I don't know. I feel like MST might just do Elder Hall of Elders area before going back to frigate. Because I think it would make sense to go to Hall of Elders and then go to crash site from there, you know?
Oh yeah, go up back of Chozo from here. Yeah, MST still has to do Burn Dome, right?
Yeah, he's probably gonna get his artifacts now.
Yeah, this makes a lot of sense. This route works out really well for him, I think. He's basically gonna get his 12.
Oh yeah.
And then he'll be on even footing with Leno in terms of that.
And considering Leno's doing checks MST is already done. Upsilon? I'm guessing he means Omega.
Yeah, Upsilon is the elite pirate. Upsilon is like I think Omega Pirate is the code name for him. Elite Pirate Alpha is Phazon Elite. This is in the logbook scans.
Interesting. That door closed on Leno. Oh, MST never checked this. That's interesting. Oh, this is an artifact.
Yeah, Watery Hall, Burn Dome. Like, if all this stuff is artifacts, it's so much less valuable as early game checks.
Yeah.
Oh, he did try getting it earlier. Yeah, he went to Dynamo earlier. That's right. Bombs were somewhere weird, I think. I can't remember.
Bombs?
Yeah, MST got bombs earlier.
Bombs were on the way to Hive Mecca.
Yeah, Leno just didn't go that way, right? Or Leno didn't. Oh
no, MST didn't go that way. No, okay. MST did go that way, except he didn't get the missiles on the vault ledge first, so he couldn't get bombs on the first trip.
Okay, so he didn't have bombs when he was here for the most part, I guess.
MST never went to this part of Chozo.
Oh, he didn't. I thought Epi was saying that he was trying the Watery Hall slope jump earlier. Maybe that was Leno that was doing it.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, you're right. MST was here. He just never went to Burn Dome, I guess, obviously. But he did have bombs. He just chose not to do Burn Dome at the time.
Yeah, which is reasonable, I think.
Yeah, it's just 2 artifacts, yeah.
And when artifacts in Furnace, like the worst thing in his position, because he didn't have Wave or Ice at the time, was that like the worst thing that could happen is the other item in Furnace is Wave or Ice, and it lets you progress here. But in like pretty much any other scenario, you can just leave this for later, which he's doing now. Now he's got Wave and Ice. He can full clear the back of Furnace area.
Leno's getting a plasma check. Plasma processing check. Good boy. You gonna see a phase on suit here?
Could be. MST couldn't get to this because he didn't have...
That would be tragic.
Yeah. Oh, he didn't have boost.
Yeah,
Leno couldn't do this earlier because he didn't have ice at the time.
That's interesting. But no, just missiles.
Okay, so one more bailout for MST. It would have been really bad for MST if Phazon was there. Because you need boost ball to climb this room unless you're an insane person.
Game over for MST.
So we still got a pretty good race going here for as long as this seed has gone on for. We still have no idea. And I think like if Leno finds Phazon suit, he just straight up wins. If MST finds it, it's still up in the air a little bit because it's going to come down to the boost ball disadvantage he'll have at Ridley. Oh, actually, no. If MST finds it, he wins, because if he finds it in the Call of the Elders, Leno's not going to get there for a long time.
Yeah. It really just depends on the location of Phazon suit.
I hope it's an upper elite research.
Before it's here processing center.
Actually, wait, no, I don't. If it's an upper elite research, it won't be close. I don't know. There's I can't think of a place where Phazon suit could be that would make this race even once it's found. There's another morph ball in PPC.
Leno, what are you doing?
He's just making sure it isn't boost ball. It's just good practice to do so, as we've seen. So, for people who are just joining, the main part of our RAs tonight are... Okay, I think that was nothing. But yeah, our RAs are 12 artifacts, 25 missiles removed, 17 of them were replaced with morph balls, and the other were beam combos.
Unexplored territory. We're both runners.
Oh yeah, so one of the big things that's happened so far in this match is the boost ball was in Chozo Ice Temple, and when MST rolled in there, he mistook it for a morph ball and didn't pick it up.
Yeah, that was not very big brain.
It was boost ball size brained.
Yeah, because boost ball's smaller, but you know, who knows that? MST doesn't. That's what we like to call irony, I believe.
So Leno has a lot more locations that benefit him for Phazon suit, I think, in this area. But MST, if MST doesn't find it in Hall of the Elders, I assume he goes and does bar skip. Maybe Frigate, actually.
I don't know. I feel like Frigate might be the more likely choice. I've never seen MST perform bar skip, if I'm being not honest.
Yeah, I know that some people really don't like doing it.
I don't. I hate it. I hate doing it. Yeah, it's like, though, it's really inconsistent, obviously.
There was the vanilla. Oh, is that it? Is that Phazon and Vent Shaft?
Oh,
It's gotta be. We don't have the nothing models.
We don't have. Yeah, there it is. Phazon suit. In mines, because of course it is. Ooh,
okay, so no lower mines gonna be done today.
Yeah.
He's just gonna He's just gonna go kill the cloaked drone and take the central dynamo save. I guess he has to get the central dynamo item to do that as well.
Yeah. That is really unfortunate for MST. Considering he was considering mines until he realized he didn't have power bombs, and then when he got power bombs, he didn't go back to mines.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. Well, he still had to get the Chozo artifacts, so I don't think his decision was bad. But yeah, he had to. He felt like as far as he knows, the only power bombs that were available to get out of logic so far were Farfendrana.
So this makes me wonder where mains are.
Probably in front of mines or frigate.
Guess this is what the credits are for. You know, I'm kind of disappointed MST won't be seeing the credits to see where this boost bomb was.
I'm sure people will tell him. It didn't make the difference in the race.
Yeah, boost ball was not required at all for the seed.
Although I kind of wanted the race to end in a way where the missing boost ball would have made it interesting.
Or he's like, okay, where was boost ball? And then we tell him, and then it just, you know, like, oh.
Okay, so Leno's got all 12 artifacts, phase on suit, and all the beams. So he's gonna go fight Ridley and then go beat the game.
And he has boost ball, so he's gonna have a very easy time with Ridley. As long as Ridley doesn't decide to just go on a charging spree.
Yeah, they have both visors too, which is nice for Essence.
Oh, wow, yeah. Full loadout.
This is just like, you have everything you could ever want except for gravity. I think with the progressive suits damage reduction, having 2 suits, I believe, makes it 20% damage, or 20% damage reduction instead of 50. So you take 80% damage instead of 50%. And that makes the final boss damage to you more similar to hard mode in vanilla.
At least I managed to grab some ink tanks, so I think he'll have an easy time with this. But I think the majority of runners have done Ridley and Prime enough to not need too many E-tanks.
Yeah, I don't think the final bosses are too hard to survive.
Yeah. So as you can see, Boost Ball does a tremendous amount of damage to Ridley. So much so that it makes him skip a whole cutscene at that. Usually you get a cutscene where Ridley lands and his wings burn away, but Boost Ball just makes that all happen all at once.
You get that cutscene if you get Ridley to the ground phase limit of health when he's still in the air. There's a midair boost. You can hit him in midair with the boost, but that will cause the cutscene to play.
Oh wow. Midair boost.
It's better for RTA races to not do that, but in game time it's faster to get the cutscene.
And he's going through frigates.
Yeah, there's no major items remaining that he can find. Flamethrowers removed from the pool, which I approve of. Bad item.
No love for flamethrower. Oh no. Gravity wasn't required.
Yeah, PBs, I think, not required either. No, wait, no, yeah, yes, they were, because Phazon Suit was in Vent Shaft.
These
So
definitely
they
required.
do have to be somewhere.
And they weren't in frigates, so actually MSD has made this shaker gift, so and I don't think he should counteract the tunnel. So they could still be in frigate. Which I think they have to be in frigate at this point, right?
No, you can do front of mines, like because like power bombs are supposed to be in mines, so they can be.
Oh yeah.
They can be in most locations in the front.
I don't think that was another Morphball, maybe.
I never found them in my race either. I was kind of avoiding. I was kind of focusing on the stuff that was behind PBs and logic since I didn't care about finding my mains, and they were in main quarry. Turns out, so they could be there here too. Because like the seat had the same spot for wave beam as well, and it also had a major item in training chamber access.
What was training chamber access again?
It was.
Was it just another ice spreader?
No, it was required.
For this seed?
Gravity, not required.
Oh, gravity.
But
okay,
it was a major item that I was thinking was like heavily implicated. It is required by logic, I believe, if the main power bombs are in front of mines. So I suspect that to be the case.
So technically, gravity was required.
I'm gonna officially guess main quarry, just cause. Okay, Leno got up phase on core, climbing the normal way. Not too many problems from the Fission Metroids.
Off to Exo. So, how many missiles does Leno have?
Not a lot since they removed a lot of them from the pool.
35. That's ouch.
This is manageable. Like you can get some missile drops from the giant energy orbs that Prime spawns.
Yeah, but managing killing energy orbs while dodging Prime's other attacks.
You can kill it like in between like its hurt phases. You just need to missile the energy orbs. It's pretty quick. They can drop stuff. I think this amount of missiles, it's definitely lower than what we're used to seeing, but I think it's not too terrible for this fight. I think it is manageable.
Personally, I think I'd say most of them for the ice spreaders.
Ice spreader isn't even necessarily faster. It's a really good snipe at times, especially when you're skipping a wave phase with it. It's easier to hit than the ice charge shots too, but like technically if you do optimal ice charge shots, it's slower. Ice just does a lot of damage on its own, so it's like I would focus on using supers. Okay, so it wasn't main quarry for main power bombs.
And they're not vanilla. I feel like there's somewhere else they haven't checked. Could be Life Grove. Could be vanilla. No, never mind. But yeah, it could be Life Grove. No, Power Bombs is blocking Life Grove. Never mind.
I don't like the way Leno's managing his supers. He's basically did enough damage to that power phase to knock it out with another charge shot.
And just wasted a super.
Yeah. You want to do one super and one charge shot for a power phase. If you do more charge shots and then you do a super, you're just wasting damage potential.
Could be Great Tree Chamber for power bombs.
Yeah.
Could also be Storage Depot, whatever.
It can't be Storage Depot A, but it can be B.
Yeah, B. Could be over here.
Oh, no. Gotta be careful of the ice beam.
Oh, frozen.
I think he just fired an ice spreader that missed and he's out of missiles.
Oh, that's not good. Oh, there's some potential missiles. But not having any missiles to shoot at these. Oh, don't get frozen.
Okay, well, we're gonna get a phase on elite check.
There's another ice spreader that missed. Interesting that Leno morphs for this.
I usually do as well, but I'm not great at dodging EXO, so it might be the wrong thing to do.
Well, yeah, I mean, because morphing means you can't have an ice charged and ready to fire an ice spreader.
Oh wait, no, you're right. I was thinking of something else. So MST allowed phase on elite to see him, which the elite pirates, their AI always waits for a direct line of sight to you for them to start using their shield attacks. They'll always just waste time turning towards you until the first time they see you. Phase on elite is like kind of weird though. It's kind of, I feel like it's harder to get out of its line of sight at the start of the fight than it is for the other elites. And it has a lot more health than the other elite pirates, so it sucks when you alert it because you have to deal with its shield for a long period of time.
Coming up on the last phase of EXO here, I believe.
Yep.
See how trolly he decides to be.
Well, he's not switching off of Wave Beam randomly, so I would consider that trolly.
Yeah, staying on Wave Beam is not ideal. For fighting.
Yeah, it sucks to miss ice spreaders because they're homing.
And that's like 10 missiles down.
You really should be hitting him. Okay, that super hit was good. The fact that it switched to Wave Beam didn't really matter because it would have died. It's going to die in the next charge shot anyways. Not die, but it's going to change color.
Oh,
and I think oh, that's a really bad plasma orb hit.
Leno's low on health. Uh-oh. Oh,
He's
gosh.
not handling
Don't die to
this
Prime.
well. Yeah, actually, to be careful a little bit at this point.
Another missed ice spreader. Uh-oh. This is bad. This is really bad.
Prime's missile attacks are also scary when you're at long range because they do a lot of damage if they hit you. They're pretty easy to dodge, but they're pretty easy to.
Okay, if Leno gets hit by that, he's dead.
Yeah. So the plasma orbs are the most devastating to hit you out of any of them because they can cause burn damage.
Yeah, he needs to get rid of those like now.
I also believe that plasma is the only color in phase 4 that can randomly charge at you.
Back to ice. Oh. Yeah, best to just get rid of those. Back to power beam. Ooh,
not sure if he saved an impact crater.
Oh, what? Wait a minute.
He got an ultra from one of the orbs.
Oh man, I think without that he would have been.
He actually, since he has over 100 energy left, he wouldn't have died to that anyways. But it would have been crazy close.
This is still very close.
Wave Beam is like, I kind of like Wave Beam phase in this instance because it's very safe. Like all of your shots are homing, so it takes longer, but
yeah,
you don't have to put yourself at as much risk to get the shots.
Like, okay, you just fire a super off. You need to get a super off, honestly. There you go. I know it's out of the man. That was oof.
Okay, so he's still at pretty low health for essence, but he should be able to get a lot of drops from the pillars here. So hopefully they're kind to him. I actually do kind of think a lower amount of missiles they put in the seed was a big... Did he seriously just only get missile drops? Oh my...
Oh no.
There's one ultra, I think.
Okay, well...
That should be okay.
Lano's gonna have to make this work.
Yeah, this should be okay, but...
God, that's so unlucky.
Oh, they don't have many power bombs, actually. That's kind of scary, because we never found mains.
Boy.
So he's gonna have a bit of a harder time dealing with the Metroids that spawn in the later phases.
He's having trouble finding the phase on pool.
Yeah, that happens to me a lot. Oh, and he got a pool skip! He got a pool skip, like, right away!
No!
That's not good.
No.
Oh, that's so bad. So, like... It's like one of the most common things, one of the most common strategies you see in the Essence fight is attack cancels. Every time you hit Essence with the Phazon beam, it will cancel the attack that it's currently doing, but it will still count for its cycle. So you can get it to lay the next pool earlier by canceling the animations for all of its attacks. When it pool skips, which happens when it's too close to the exoskeleton, when it pool skips, you have to go through 2 cycles on the same pool of Phazon instead of 1, so you have much less to work with for attack canceling. You have to do a whole lot more waiting.
Oh.
Yeah, you can Phazon shot the Metroids to insta kill them, but it does use the Phazon pool to do so. So it's not ideal.
You only want to use that for Prime, isn't? MST is about to find his Phazon suit, and oh boy.
I think if he did pool cancels, he would be able to kill with just this pool, but pool cancels are a little bit trickier. So he'll definitely just be able to like unload the 4th pool, or no, this will be the 5th pool. No, it'll be the 4th.
I think MSC is gonna pick up that Phazon suit and then see the dot done.
That's always how it goes. And Leno got another pool skip. He really needs to kind of stay closer to the far edge of the arena. There's spots where you can stand on, like, there's little kind of veins and branches and stuff you can stand to elevate yourself, so you don't have to keep jumping to dodge the wavequake. And it tends to get essence further away from the exoskeleton too, so you're less likely to get pool skips. But yeah, as is classic, one runner finds the Phazon suit at about exactly when the other one's going to finish. Leno should just unload here. There's no reason to do attack cancels at this point.
Enough. That, you know, that
all right. GG's, Leno. Everyone get your GG's
Leno
in chat.
gets the win. He has beaten MST. I wonder, does MST finish or does he?
I don't know. I think, like, the thing that always tends to happen is you are still looking for Phazon suit when your opponent finishes.
We are joined by Leno. Hello, Leno.
Hello, GG's.
GG's.
I should have died like 4 times during EXO.
Man, that fight was oof.
Yeah, you probably should have. It was interesting to watch, though. I think this was a really interesting race, all in all. I think it's kind of a shame that the 12 artifacts dumped them all in Chozo.
MST is forfeited.
I was hoping for something more interesting, like put 1 in Frigate, put like 1 or 2 in Magmore, put a couple in Fendrana, put 1 in the mines, like 11 of them in Chozo. What the heck? That's not what we were going for.
So
you guys both left Wave Beam and Fiery Shores for a long time.
Yeah.
I had a feeling. Like once I got to, I got to Flagra. I'm like, okay, let's see what Flagra's got. Double Morph Ball. Okay, that's terrific. And then I thought, okay, well, it's obviously going to be in Magmore somewhere. Do I do front end and do Warrior Shrine to... Look at all those Morph Balls. Gravity Chamber, Sun Chamber. Oh, there was... Okay, Life Grove. Let's see here. Phazon Processing Center. I caught that one.
Oh, we're actually very curious where the main power bombs are, because they're required.
So am I, because they were logically required. Yeah, I wasn't getting that. Wait, so they had to be the boost locked item. Then they're in Elite Research.
Oh, we saw that on MST's end when he X-rayed the wall, but we did not identify them as the main power bombs. So I guess they're kind of hard to see with X-ray.
Gravity suits and training chamber access. Yeah, it wasn't going back for that.
Oh, and MST got that.
Oh.
You want to know what MST didn't get though?
Phazon suit?
Boost.
Oh, that boost. Like, I was actually a couple. I was actually worried that
he was right next to it. He just didn't.
He checked it. He checked it, but he thought it was a morph ball.
No.
Yeah.
I was actually worried that a couple of the morph balls are actually going to be boost bomb. Like, you know what? I've actually got to pay closer attention to these because they're the exact same model, but the morph ball is just bigger. So I'm like, okay, if I'm not careful, I'm going to go right by this thing. So I've got to watch out. Like, oof.
Yeah, the one thing that I'm glad about is that, like, at least it happened. Like, it happened in basically the one match with settings for it had an opportunity to happen, and it happened in kind of a funny way.
Chat, at least.
And it also didn't really screw him that much. Like, it was still really anyone's race for a very long time. Boost didn't appear to be locking anything, and it just looked like it might come down to, if he finds Phazon first, he might just have the Ridley disadvantage. So it was interesting the way it panned out, at least.
And I have a feeling my lower mines first might be questioned. I mean, this is just like a weird routing thing on my part. So if I come in through Magmore, through Workstation, I'll typically do lower mines first, just because once I'm done with Omega Pirate, if there's nothing down there, I'm back in Phazon Processing Center, we'll just route that into upper mines. Whereas if you do upper mines first, you have no convenient way to get back down to lower mines if you don't find anything in upper. But like I said, just me.
Yeah, that makes sense, I think.
You see, MST was going to do lower mines, except when he was in back of Fendrana, before clearing back of Fendrana, he tried to go lower mines, but he didn't have any power bombs because he never went back for the power bombs in the tree. He never got those, but he found some power bombs, obviously, in the back of Fendrana. But even when he grabbed those, he chose not to go to Phazon mines. I don't know why.
He was still missing the artifacts in front of Chozo, so I think that... Or in the back, rather. Like, because Burn Dome had 2, Furnace had 1, Watery Hall had that 1.
Yeah, actually, some of these artifact locations actually help determine my routing early. So, okay, there's an artifact in Dynamo. Is it upper or lower? Okay, I don't want to have to go there and then have to come back if it's the upper item and I don't have Spider Ball. Same thing with Upper Furnace. If I don't have Spider Ball, I don't want to necessarily go to Furnace and do Burn Dome, because then I'm abandoning an artifact, even though I got 2 from Zoid. And I want to say, let's see, was there any other? No, I think those are the like 2 annoying artifacts that were item dependent, but otherwise it was pretty much a free seed. Pretty much a free seed.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. It was pretty straightforward for 12 artifacts, because it basically might as well have been 6 since all of them were in Chozo.
I know.
As free as a prime seed can be with phase-on hunts, you know?
Yeah, the phase-on suit itself it wasn't really close to anything else required. So there's that, but
It's in mines, because of course it was.
well, yeah, so you'll finish out with the record of 3-3, so you will not be making top 8 because you lost too many times. How does that make you feel?
I mean, I came into this tournament not expecting to make bracket. I was hoping for 2 wins max. Like, my first round win against Mighty Caesar, never expected that. And the second win, I guess, is just a technical one, because my opponent withdrew, which had personal reasons, and hope you're doing good there, Nanosite. And then this one against MST, I was fully expecting to lose. Like, I know he has much better tech than I do at this game. So
I don't know about that. Honestly.
Well, he doesn't have eyes for boost. Yeah.
I mean, I actually think you were executing a little bit better. I just kind of don't think he really plays Prime 1 that much. And I think he's been taking the tournament a little bit more seriously than he has.
Maybe. I don't know.
I really think that's like the main difference, but
It's just so weird, because like he usually goes to mines, but this time he didn't, and you know.
In my case, it was almost a last location mines. The only checks I had left, well, obviously Frigate I wasn't going to be able to get to because I didn't have a gravity suit, but I had back end of Chozo, which led to the Life Grove side of Talon. I had the overgrown overgrown tunnel, whatever it is that has I believe it's an energy tank in vanilla, next to Frigate Crash site. Or maybe that's a missile.
That is a missile. I know, because you have to dodge it at low percent.
Yeah, and then I had Crossway. Yeah, so it was all back end of Chozo, Frigate, and then Phase on Mines. Those were all of my checks left. I kind of liked my routing with the Pendrana. It worked out a little bit better than I was expecting it to. Like the the Thardus play was probably a little suspect, but I was still looking for Ice Beam. And we've seen Thardus have requirements just a couple times this week.
Yeah, it's also like kind of a way of going back to labs.
Yeah.
You can skip it, but there's effort involved in doing that.
Yeah. And obviously, with Ice Beam inside the labs, this time, I'm like, oh, okay, that's convenient. So I knew it had to appear at some point soon. I figured it had to be in mines because it wasn't in back into Fendrana anywhere. And it wasn't on Thardus. So it had to be in labs. And turns out it was. Also, I'm sorry, I screwed up the control tower pirate fight. I did not jump backwards far enough to get over the trigger.
Oh yes.
I just screwed that up. And then the pirate just blew up my platform. They're like, thanks, pirate. Appreciate it. Can you come back for more?
That tends to happen. You had plasma, right? So it was fine.
Yes, yeah. Oof. Well, GG's MST. GG's. Thanks for commentating, you guys. And Op looks like second tracker. Thanks for that. Epi for tracking as well. This was
Thanks
fun.
for sending me all of your opponents, Leno.
I didn't try to. I swear, I didn't try. I didn't mean to.
Yeah, this is a really interesting, fun one to call. So, but I think that is going to do it. So, let me have a quick look at the schedule first. Okay, so tomorrow, 2:30 p.m., Xeno Wars versus Death King 2. I think they're doing... It says they're doing a missile-less preset, and I'm not totally sure how that works. I think it's... Yeah. It's also one-way anywhere elevators, so that's going to be pretty chaotic. 8 p.m. tomorrow, Eastern, is Baja Blood versus Speckled Gym. That is random start 2-way elevators. And also tomorrow, 10 p.m., Czek versus Sasquatch 954, which is 2-way unchecked shuffled elevators, which means that elevators can go to the same area that they are in. Random start, including impact crater. So the settings tomorrow looks like they're all going to be elevator shuffle of some kind. So stay tuned. I don't think, yeah, they don't have channels assigned yet, but they'll be somewhere on the SpeedGaming schedule. So have a good one.
Have a good